Hi, my name is Cara, and this is my husband Trevor, and my child Asher is 8 with Sanfilippo Syndrome Type A. We live in Louisiana, and today we want to share a little bit about our decision making and logistics we consider when we're traveling long distance and how we navigate that in our lives. We just recently took a trip to St. Louis, Missouri to visit some other Sanfilippo families, and we decided instead of driving like we normally drive, we would try an RV. So we rented an RV just to see what that would be like. So just a few things that we kind of think about whenever we are traveling. First thing is just all the stuff that we have to take as far as that stuff that helps Asher, helps him to be more comfortable, and it makes him feel like he's more at home. We take everything that he needs for his bed, his medications that he needs. We take his iPad for sure. That's one thing we don't ever want to leave behind. We take his trampoline. That's definitely another thing we really don't want to leave behind. The trampoline does break down.
Yeah, we break down your trampoline and we take it with us.
Again, we just try to mimic the environment that he has here at the house.
He's in such a routine that you just don't want to break the routine. So it's gonna be home away from home for everything. And whenever you bring a home away from home, there's just a lot of preparation and planning, just so he doesn't have sleep disturbances.
And then another thing that just kind of makes traveling difficult when we're actually traveling, things we think about before we leave are, where are we going to stop if he has, a dirty diaper, where we're going to eat. We have to kind of plan out our whole trip before we leave. The RV situation we thought would kind of help us with some of that, just due to the fact that Trevor could drive while I sat in the back and, either fed Asher or maybe changed a dirty diaper. Some other things that we think about, again, before we leave or before we even decide that we're going to take a trip is where we're going to stay when we get there. Hotels are not really, I don't think they really work for us.
It's tough because it's when you have all the stuff and the sleeping arrangements and everybody's in one room, you kind of need to get a home feel for it.
We usually try to get maybe like an AirBNB, so we have 2 separate rooms instead of just staying in one room like a hotel. So again, we just want Asher to be comfortable. We usually will, do whatever we need to do to make sure that he's comfortable and he feels, at home wherever he is. And then as far as us traveling by, plane or, either driving or flying, we always choose driving just because, I don't know, just thinking about flying with Asher, airplanes just aren't really, I don't think they're very special needs friendly, especially with an older child like Asher. He's not toilet trained, so if we have to change him in the middle of a flight, we're kind of stuck there. So
It's like if he starts to get upset, is when you're up in the air, you can't go to a rest area and try to find a place what can calm him down. You're up there along with hundreds of people. So with that accommodation, it kind of brings a little bit of fear to us when we think about flying.
So, it's not just a quick, let's go take a trip to to Texas real fast. It's definitely not like that for us.
Checklists that are
Yes.
involved.
Definitely very long checklist before we leave, and we are going to show you a few things here at the house that Asher has in his room that we usually take with us. So this is his bed at the house. It does zip up. It has some little mesh windows on either side, and it is breathable, obviously. So but we zip it up, and then he also has a bed rail so he doesn't fall out, and then the other side is against the wall. When we go on trips, we kind of try to mimic that so that he is as comfortable as possible. We also have a sound machine that we always take with us, just to kind of, again, make it a little bit more like his own room. Since you've seen his bed here, we actually, this is what we actually take with us. So I bought, it's a smaller tent. It's a twin size. His bed is a full, but this is a twin size tent, but it's very similar to the tent we have here at the house. And inside the tent, we use like a foam mattress. So we use this, and we use some other blankets to kind of make it cushiony for him. And then obviously we bring all of his pillows and his teddy bear and all that stuff that's in his bed. But again, it's just, you know, those are the things that we have to really consider when we're traveling, because just finding the space for something like this, we usually put it on the floor so it, you know, he's not, we're not risking him falling off of the bed even in the tent. So we usually just put this on the floor, and if he does roll around, which he moves a lot when he sleeps, it's not, there's no risk of him falling.